This podcast is a quest for well-being, a quest for a meaningful life through the exploration of fundamental truth. Enlightening ideas, insights on physical, mental, and spiritual health. The inspiration is love. The aspiration is to awaken new ways of thinking that can lead us to a new way of being well. Welcome to Body, Mind, and Soul Healing Conversations.
Life does not happen by itself. We need to make it happen. My fascinating journey into mediumship includes close to 100 spirit readings that provide healing messages for the soul. I am able to see, hear, and feel spirit. In working with energy through the years, I have found that every experience and connection was different in its own way, just as every one of us are unique in our own very special way. I hope you enjoy each and every one of these stories as much as I have enjoyed experiencing them. Inspiring, informative, intriguing. Valeria Teles interviews Tammy Moyen, the author of the handbook, Heaven's Guiding Touch, True Accounts from the Spirit World. Tammy Moyen grew up in a small rural farming community in Saskatchewan. She enjoys working with children and have been doing so now for 26 years. Tammy has been working with energy since 1997. She is clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairaudient, and has clairempathy, which means she is able to receive messages from feelings and pain as well as see, hear, and feel spirit. Tammy works with her spirit guides, angels, and your loved ones who have crossed over. She feels compelled to honor her gift and feels very passionate about it. Meet Tammy at heavensguidingtouch.com. Here is the interview with Tammy Moyen.
In your own words, who am I speaking with today?
Tammy Moyen, psychic medium and author of Heaven's Guiding Touch, True Accounts from the Spirit World. I'm also a mother and educator working with elementary school students.
What is life to you?
I view life as a classroom, which provides us all with the opportunity to grow our spirit through having this unique experience. We grow and evolve through adversity. I often find myself thinking of life experiences as an ocean, as within itself, the ocean is vast, deep, and withholds so many currents and undertows, not to mention highs and lows. Just like the ocean, there's times for calm, times for turmoil, and everything else in between.
What do you think is the opposite of life?
For me, I feel the opposite of life is a departure from your physical body, which then moves into the next stage of your spiritual growth, which I like to think of as a celebration in returning home.
What is the purpose of the human experience?
I believe it's to grow our spiritual soul through living and facing life's challenges, both the good as well as the bad. We all have free will to create our own life experiences from the choices we make. It's through our everyday life's challenges.
At this time, what is the purpose of your life?
Without a doubt, at this time, my life purpose is definitely my work as a psychic medium. Helping people to find closure and healing within their own personal journeys has become my passion. Having people feel lighter inside themselves through my work has been one of my personal and most humbling purposes I've achieved.
What are some of the greatest misconceptions about happiness, in your opinion?
I feel people look on the outside of life trying to find happiness, when in reality, I feel we need to be looking on the inside. True happiness is looking in the mirror and liking what you see, being content and accepting of who you are, as well as where you are in each stage of your journey in this life experience.
What do you love most about being in a human body?
It's the human experience in itself, but mostly discovering my ability to use my mind in a way to connect with spirit and with people in a way to help to heal and guide has been indescribably empowering for me and has taught me so much.
What is healing to you?
Healing to me is overcoming a life challenge that affects your soul and usually takes time to overcome, then eventually getting yourself to a place where you feel at peace.
What is the meaning of freedom to you? What is to be free?
This is a two-part question, so I'll first say that the meaning of freedom to me is to live in a place of love and non-judgment towards each other, a place where everyone looks at each other through spiritual eyes and respects each other's souls. What is it to be free? Is finding that place of peace within yourself and truly loving yourself. And as well, when I think of freedom, live and let live.
At this time, what is the world's greatest need? And also, do you have a vision for a new reality?
Love. The world needs to come from a place of love and a place of coming together as a nation. It starts with love and acceptance with no judgment of each other. My vision of a new world would be a world where people are using their intuition, which is their inner knowing, to help guide them through life. I truly understand from my readings that spirit is always there trying to guide each and every one of us.
What is your understanding and idea of love?
I understand love to feel nurturing, caring, and accepting. My idea of love would be to think of everything in our world as having a heartbeat, then nurturing each and everything in our natural world as well as one another with that thought of treating everything with love. What a wonderful effect this could have on humanity as well as our environment. Love empowers the universe.
What is inner peace to you?
Inner peace for me is feeling comfortable with my own spirit and accepting myself in whatever stage I'm going through in life without being defined by others.
What, where, and who is God to you?
Everyone has their own personal God or interpretation of what that is for themselves. If I have to try to define my personal interpretation of God, I would say that he or she is a spiritual force that resides in another realm. I believe this realm is a place of pure love, joy, and acceptance. I can truly attest to taking my spirit up to what I believe is the other side during one of my readings and have included this profound experience in my book.
What is to be spiritual? And what is spirituality?
Spirituality for me is a belief that there is something greater than myself. To be spiritual is to be open and accepting of each other's journeys as well as our higher purpose and experiencing life's challenges to achieve spiritual growth.
How do you define success? What is to be successful to you?
I define success as having mastery of your own soul, which includes finding and understanding the essence of your inner spirit. To be successful would include being able to come from a place of love in everything you do, to seek balance in your journey as well, and being thankful for the learning experience as you learn the lessons, no matter how difficult.
So, why did you choose to do what you do?
I feel compelled to share my abilities as I've learned through my spirit readings. This gift has a way of being able to heal and guide one's soul as to where it's most needed. I found my clients to feel much lighter inside themselves after a session. Looking back at my life, I can see now that I have been guided in this direction. It's very humbling to me to be able to use my energy to connect with spirit. I definitely do my work for others.
How did you become a writer?
It was right after I had discovered my abilities as a psychic medium. I had only read just one or two people, and within the next day or two, I felt that I was being guided to write a book about the things that I was experiencing while I communicated with spirit. I also felt that I needed to get a guest book so that my clients could leave me with some words after their experience of our time we shared together. I soon found that after they shared their heartfelt messages, the connections were always so intriguing. Understanding and learning how spirit would communicate through me, understanding what the messages meant to them. Very, very intriguing. I would also experience so many different things during a session. It kept me so inspired to keep writing, understanding that if spirit wanted me to write about my work, it must be very important to do so. Now seeing that Heaven's Guiding Touch, True Accounts from the Spirit World, is a reality.
What was the inspiration, intention, and purpose of writing your book?
I wrote Heaven's Guiding Touch, True Accounts from the Spirit World through the inspiration from my spiritual guides, with the intention to offer inspiration, healing, and peace for others. It's my hope that in sharing my readings, this might inspire people to explore their own inner knowing. My writing offers hope and comfort, not to mention the undeniable facts that there really is something more. I really had one purpose in sharing my work experience with people. It is my hope that if just one person felt a sense of comfort inside themselves by reading about my journey as a psychic medium, then all the hours I put into my book would all be worth it.
Talk to me for a moment about the services you offer.
I offer many services that help to provide healing for one's soul. My list includes psychic medium readings, hypnosis therapy, including past life regressions. I conduct various card readings, and I'm also a Reiki master, which gives me the requirements to teach Reiki and pass this art on to others.
Where can we find more information about you, your work, products, services, and future projects?
You can contact me through my website at www.heavensguidingtouch.com. I have a list of all my services on my website. There's an offer page set up on Amazon. And you can purchase Heaven's Guiding Touch, True Accounts from the Spirit World in digital as well as paperback at Amazon.com. I'm currently working on children's books.
We are almost at the end of our conversation, and I have two final questions for you. If you knew you would die soon, meaning losing the body, would you make any change in your life or do anything in a different way?
I would honestly have to say that I wouldn't change anything. I would not be the woman I am today, as it's my own personal life experiences that brought me to where I am at this moment, being that many factors go into each moment in life.
What are three things about life you know for sure as of this moment?
We need to love without condition and see others with an understanding that we are all one in spirit. We each have a soul and are all on our own unique journey. We need to get in touch with our own inner knowing. This needs to lead us as we are always being led with love. And most people are searching on the outside for happiness, which proves to be short-lived. True happiness comes from within. We need to be looking on the inside. I also would love to add that I truly believe in the 12 laws of karma. I believe these laws are very valuable and are very universal. So in saying that, I would just like to read a quick review of what these laws are, as I believe these laws speak to everyone's soul in one way or another, as within life and experiencing life each and every day. I believe we all are learning lessons, and I believe this will help. So in saying that, the great law, whatever we put into the universe will come back to us. The law of creation. Life does not happen by itself. We need to make it happen. The law of humility. One must accept something in order to change it. The law of growth. When we change ourselves, our life follows suit and changes too. The law of responsibility. We must take responsibility for what is in our lives. The law of connection. The past, present, and future are all connected. The law of focus. We cannot think of two different things at the same time. Law of giving and hospitality. Our behaviors should match our thoughts and actions. The law of here and now. One cannot be present if they are looking backward. The law of change. History repeats itself until we learn from it and change its path. The law of patience and reward. The most valuable reward requires persistence. And last but not least, the law of significance and inspiration. Rewards are a direct result of the energy and effort we put into it. So once again, I love these. I just feel that they are, once again, extremely valuable.
Would you like to add anything or read a passage in your book?
I would love to read a piece of my story out of my book. So in saying that, Heaven's Guiding Touch includes numerous spirit readings, some past life regressions. I've included a few stories on healing through hypnosis. But one story I found most intriguing was a story that includes dealing with some very powerful dark energy. I will read a part of my book, reading my client's words on her experience within this energy, within experiencing this energy. So in saying that, I'm just going to read a piece of what she had to say. I started to notice there was something in my house. It only bothered me for the first little bit until my sister started noticing it. We decided to go see Tammy, and we found out we needed help. Here is how this came to be. Back in September, my friend and I were really interested in talking and communicating with the dead. We decided we were going to play with the Ouija board. She could drive, so going out to get it was very easy. We drove to Toys R Us and bought the board and drove home to set it up right away. Once we started playing, whoever we were talking to was very strong. It moved the piece very fast and always answered every question. As we were playing, I noticed I felt very cold, although when my friend touched me, my skin was extremely warm. As we continued to play, I knew there was something there. I could feel it as if it was wrapping its arms around me from behind. He only bothered me. My friend didn't even notice anything was there. Once we were finished playing, everything was fine. I didn't notice anything strange until November came around. In that month, I started to notice a presence. It only came around at night at first. When it came, I felt as if I was being watched. I felt cold, and if I had pressure in my chest. It used to stand in my doorway and watch me as I fell asleep. I was in a very low depressed state at this point around November. And as soon as I started getting lower, it got stronger. I started to feel him with me all day and even more at night. I used to think it was attached to the house or an object in the house, but it came with me to my mom's house. In December, I started waking up in the middle of the night. The reason I woke up is because I was getting scratched and bruised. I would wake up and see that my body was covered in scratches. I was so panicked when I saw that, I couldn't go back to sleep. But when I woke up in the morning, they weren't all gone. I had 3 horizontal scratches on my left thigh. They were completely parallel to the floor, which I found odd. Every day, I would wake up with more scratches. My parents really didn't believe me when I told them what was happening. They just thought I was scratching myself in my sleep. I knew it was something more. I could feel it. Around January, it started to bug my sister too. I'm not exactly sure how it was affecting her, but I know that she could feel it too. I will leave you with that and stop there.
Thank you so much for your presence, for sharing your wisdom and doing what you do.
Thank you so very much for having me today on your show. I appreciate the opportunity to be a part of such a wonderful platform. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you for listening. To learn more about Tammy Moyen and her work, please visit heavensguidingtouch.com.
To learn more about this podcast, please visit fitforjoy.org/podcast. Thank you again for listening, and bye for now.